Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is for you, welcome. And my name is Melanie Riddell, and today starts day one of our 5-day yoga challenge. And what is this yoga challenge all about? There's so many of them all over the internet. Each teacher has their own variation of a yoga challenge, and mine is an offering to you. If you practice with me at the studio and you're stuck at home because you're snowed in, or you're healing from an injury or an illness, or you're on vacation somewhere and you want to practice with someone familiar, that's what I'm here for. So each day will increase not only the length of time that we practice, but will increase the intensity, if I dare say that, just a little bit. So our very first practice, day one, once we get started, will be a shorter practice, very simple, a quick warm up, a quick balance, a quick float downstream, and then a shavasana. And then day two will be a little bit more, a little longer, a little more intense. And hopefully by day five, there will be a full practice for you. So you can skip ahead or you can go through all 5 classes. It's up to you. No right, no wrong. So with that, let's get started. All right, welcome back. So let's get started with day one of this 5-day yoga challenge. And I invite you to find a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. So for many of us, that is sitting cross-legged with the sits bones on the earth. If you have a blanket as part of your practice and your knees are way up high, you can go ahead and invite that blanket underneath your seat, just to give you a little bit of lift. If sitting cross-legged doesn't feel good for you today, you can always come into Virasana, where you sit on your shins and you stack 1 or 2 blocks underneath your seat. So the knees kiss, feet are outside your hips. You're not sitting on your feet, almost like your feet are squeezing the blocks ever so gently. And then once you find a seat that's comfortable for you, go ahead and close your eyes. Start to listen for that whisper sound of your own breath. Drink it in. And then the next time you inhale and fill your inner body and feel your inner body brighten up. Exhale, outer body soft. Hips start to melt down, but the spine stays nice and awake. And then turn that into a rhythm and let that rhythm welcome you here to your practice. Now, one of the things that keeps showing up for me is this sense of forcing our will on something, forcing something to happen that may not be happening for us. And one of the things that I like to do in the wintertime is put puzzles together. And as I was putting this last puzzle together, it was quite challenging. And the more I sat there forcing the issue, I know I saw this piece. I know I saw this piece. Where does it go? I know it fits somewhere. Almost getting agitated at something that should be fun and relaxing. I noticed that when I would step away and I would just even to wipe my glasses off or to get a cup of tea or something, when I returned to the puzzle, it was almost like there was this intuition where the next piece I picked up, I knew exactly where it went. And then I would feel myself riding that wave again, starting to force things, starting to feel it build up, and then I would step away. And as soon as I would return to the puzzle, I knew exactly where that next piece went. So see if that means anything for you. And perhaps you showed up here on your mat this morning feeling that forceful energy. And allow yourself to practice a little aparigraha, a little non grasping, non gripping as you move through your practice today. And then we'll take a few moments here to settle in. Keep the spine nice and long. but keep the outer body soft. Stiram, steadiness, bright wakefulness. Sukham, soft ease. And then take a moment to set a personal intention for your practice. Maybe you would rather send out a blessing or an offering to someone, someplace, something. And then when it feels right for you, go ahead and blink your eyes open. And we'll make our way into child's pose. Bring the knees wide, toes touch, sit back on your heels. And it's always a good idea to have the blocks at the top of your mat, the front of your mat. And then you can start to reach your fingertips forward. You can even take one of your blocks. And if you don't have a block, it's okay. You can use a book or a blanket or nothing at all, really. It's not necessary. Props just help to support us. You can rest the forehead down, crawl the fingertips forward, actively reach the hips back behind you. You want to start to feel an opening in the sacrum area, the low back area, as the hips move back energetically. Keep the low belly toned as you reach the forehead towards the front of the mat, the top of the mat, and then breathe here. Once you take a few breaths, maybe you can lower the block or remove it altogether. And now is a good time to establish Ujjayi breathing. Breathe in and out through your nose and allow the breath to draw across your toned throat top. And listen for that whisper sound of the ocean or the imitation of Darth Vader. Now, Ujjayi means triumphant. And when we can practice this breathing practice, this pranayama practice, we become triumphant over that compulsive thinking monkey mind. And we can do this anywhere while we're driving, while we're standing in line at the grocery store, anytime we start to feel agitated or like we feel like we're moving away from our true nature. Just incorporate a little bit of this ujjayi each day can shift your perspective quite dramatically. All right. When you're ready, breathe yourself up to tabletop. Come to all fours. Spread your fingers wide and just sway the hips from side to side. Keep that ujjayi breath alive as much as you possibly can throughout your practice. And we'll start some cat rolls, so bring yourself to stillness. When you're ready, keep your head where it is, but start to lift your hips. Tip your belly button down towards the earth as your sits bones lift up. Once you feel all of that energy start to move into your heart, slowly lift your head. And then we'll do the opposite of that. Cat pose. Tuck your tailbone, but keep your head where it is. Keep looking at the wall in front of you. Keep tucking the tailbone slowly around the spine. Puff up like a Halloween cat, and then the head curls in last. Look at your belly button. The slower you do this, the more you'll feel. Lift your hips, but keep your head looking at your knees or your belly button. The heart melts down, but the arms stay nice and strong. And then slowly lift the head. Just a new way to do cat-cows. We'll call them cat rolls. And then tuck the tailbone around the spine. Feel the belly button start to puff up towards the sky. And then the heart melts and rolls in. And then the head curls in. A few more like that. Keep Ujjayi breathing alive if that's available for you, or if it's not because it's too much walking and chewing gum at the same time, just allow the breath to move in and out through the nose. Allow the nasal passage to do what it was designed to do. Clean the breath, purify the breath, and warm it before it hits the lungs. The next time you pass through center, pause. Walk your knees back just a few inches, tuck your toes, lift your hips, and find downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana.
and breathe. You can move your hands further away from each other, closer to your feet. Find what works for you, and then pedal the legs out just a little bit. Pedal the knees or pedal the legs, and opposite heel reaches down towards the earth as the other knee bends. And then take as much time as you need to open up the hamstrings here. And then once you're ready, bring your pedaling to stillness. The heels touching the earth is not necessary. What's necessary is feeling the strength of your arms. Feel your forearms hug in towards each other. And then start to reach the heart back towards your knees as you reach the tops of your ears towards your thumbnails. Bend the knees as much as you need to and start to drive the top of your thigh bones back behind you. Maybe even feel the upper inner thighs start to roll up towards the sky as the hips reach back. And then slowly lower the heels down. Again, they don't have to touch the earth. Just keep actively reaching them down. Pull the low belly up into the spine. Take one more big inhale, and on the exhalation, tiptoe your feet towards the front of the mat. Feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands slide up the shins with a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come all the way up to stand. Palms touch. Exhale, home to the heart. All right. We'll balance in tree pose before we work our way back down to the earth. If you want to step off your mat and hold on to a wall, or just get off of your mat because it's a little too squishy, feel free to do so. And then shift your weight to your right foot. Start to feel the strength and length of your right leg. Actively press your foot down as you hug the muscle in. Organic or muscular energy hugs in. So hug that muscle in and create that muscular energy. And then the organic energy starts to radiate out. So you feel the length as you express that organic energy. Maybe the hands are on the hips and then the left knee comes to the left hand. You can stay right here, or you can bring the sole of the foot to meet anywhere but the knee. So that could be the ankle with the toes on the earth, the shin, or come all the way up to the top of the thigh. Now be careful not to push the hip out to the side. Hug that muscular energy in as hands come in prayer. You can grow your branches and reach your arms up towards the sky or the ceiling as you breathe the ribs up off your hips, or keep your hands in prayer. Or if you're ready to go a little bit further, you can grab your big toe with your peace fingers and start to slowly extend your leg out to the side. Now, this is an advanced variation, so listen to your body and only do what you are ready to do today. All right, and then take one more big breath in wherever you are. And on the exhalation, gracefully unwind and then pedal that out. Now on the right leg, that hamstring, those muscles could be a little bit sore right now. So just breathe into that space. And then shift the weight to the left foot. Plug the left foot down. Spread the toes. Really smudge your toes down into the mat or the floor. And then start to feel that muscular energy hug in. Bring your hands on your hips. And then when you're ready, right knee comes to right hand. And we're just trying to gently place the puzzle pieces where they easily fit. We're not trying to force anything here. So if you're feeling more wobbly on this side, just stay here. Or you can bring the sole of your foot to meet your ankle or your calf or all the way up. Now I'm feeling a little unstable on this side, so I'm going to stay right here. I'm not going to try to force anything to happen. Continue to hug in, and if and when you're ready, grow some branches. Smile. Smiling invites the energy to move up the center channel. It's not just a fake happy face sticker that we put on our face while we practice. It actually ignites the energy to move up. So stay for one more big inhale. And on the exhalation, gracefully unwind. and then shake that off. And then come to sit. You can stack your blocks next to you if you'd like. If you don't have any blocks, you can put a couch cushion next to you and then slowly roll onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. Again, this is day one of a 5-day challenge. This is a very basic practice. And if you really want to challenge yourself and you have the time, you can do all 5 practices. Ooh, I don't think there's a prize or anything for that. So you would be doing it for your own challenge. And then bring your feet to the earth. We'll do a few bridges here. You can place your hands on your low belly or you can bring your hands to the side. Now look up towards the sky. And then slightly tuck your chin. If you have a ponytail, you might want to move it off to the side because you don't want anything pushing up against your neck here. And then when you're ready, take a big inhale, lift your hips. You don't want to shove your groins up towards the sky. You just want to gently lift your hips up. And then interlace your hands behind you, roll to the right side, tuck left elbow and shoulder underneath you. Keep looking up at the sky with the chin slightly tucked. Roll to the left side, tuck right elbow and shoulder underneath you. Keep your elbows bent. If you can't straighten your arms, again, don't force the puzzle piece into place. And then when you're ready, lift your hips. Keep gently pressing the back of your head into the floor. Start to scoop your sits bones forward, forward, and then puff the heart up towards the chin. Again, keep tucking the chin. You don't want to reach the chin towards the heart. You want to puff the heart towards the chin, but you want to keep the back of the head flat on the mat. And then take one more big inhale, lift the sits bones, scoop them forward, and then slowly release the hands one vertebra at a time, lower down. Rock the knees from side to side. And you might be able to hear the wind blowing. If you're hearing that, we're expecting a pretty gnarly storm here in Vermont. So this might be a good time for a home practice. And then lift up the hips and scooch a block or two underneath your sacrum. You can rest the sacrum down. Again, tuck the chin slightly. You don't want to have the back of the neck smash down on the earth. You just want to gently tuck the chin. Maybe you're ready for 2 blocks and you can extend the legs out in front of you if you feel supported. You can even use a couch cushion here, just a little bit of a lift will stretch out the groins here. Maybe for a few breaths, you want the legs up in the air for something a little more dreamy, and you can just sway your hips side to side if that feels good. And then if you're an advanced practitioner, you know at this point you can do anything that feels safe and good for your body. Maybe a wheel or shoulder stand or plow or anything here, but just do that listening to your body. And then take one more big breath in, bring your feet back down to the earth, lift your hips, and scooch the block away. Take a happy baby. Reach your feet up towards the sky. Reach your hands for the outsides of your feet and rock side to side. And then when you're ready, lie down on your back. Close your eyes. If you didn't bring an eye pillow or a washcloth with you for your practice today, maybe for day 2, you can have that handy to cover up your eyes. And then start to relax your feet and your knees. Relax your hips and your stomach. Relax your chest. You don't have to control the breathing anymore. Just let the breath breathe you. Relax your heart and your arms. Let your arms come out to the side, palms face skyward. Relax your collarbone and your throat. Soften the root of your tongue. Relax your face, close your eyes, relax your eyes, and enjoy Shavasana. And I'll let you know when it's time to come out. And slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a big inhale and reach your arms overhead and give yourself a good morning stretch. And then hug your knees into your chest. Gently rock side to side, and then the next time you rock to the left side, gently roll to the left side. Give yourself a heartbeat or two on your left side. And then slowly breathe yourself up to a comfortable seat. Again, you can sit cross-legged or you can come into Virasana, whatever feels good to you. Then bring your hands in prayer, thumbs touch the heart center, and gently bow your head into your heart space. Thank you for this practice that allows us to practice a little bit of non-gripping and non-grasping. Thank you for this practice that helps us step away and to allow the puzzle pieces to gently fall into place on their own timing. And with that, namaste.